On the phone with me today is singer-songwriter and just overall cool guy, Phoenix Mendoza. Phoenix, how you doing this morning?
Renee, I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm okay. You know, let's tell the listener. You know, do you remember when I first met you?
Yes, I do. Yes, we were doing a album release show for John McDonald down in Melbourne, I believe, Florida.
Yes. Yeah, and it was
Yep.
pouring rain. Like it was just like torrential downpour. And it was good that it was inside, so we were happy with that.
Yes. But we made a beeline, I think, for your car so that we could sign the ceiling of your automobile, and we had a little break of sunshine. And then we went out there and rode all over the ceiling of your vehicle. I signed it, and I think my buddy Josh Leo did too.
Yes. And my favorite part about this story is the break in the weather, and I'm like, come on, you have no idea who I am, either of you two. And I'm like, come on, go sign my car, which is an odd thing to say to anybody. And you all just went with it. You're like, all right, lady.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I figure what's the worst that can happen? A pretty girl says, "Hey, come to my car and sign my seal." I mean, I don't feel like that's a pretty safe bet. I'll be okay. You know.
So funny.
And it worked out great.
Walking out, yes, but do you remember this? As we're walking out, the clouds had some formation, and you said, "Wait a minute, I got to get a picture of that." Oh, my phone's inside. I took a picture for you. Do you remember that part?
Yes. I love to paint things, and I love to paint clouds. I'm totally that Bob Ross dude that stops on the side of the road and takes pictures of happy clouds and happy trees. And you accommodated so kindly, and I appreciate that.
That
haven't painted the picture yet,
like,
but
oh, that's okay. But then I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to send this to you. What's your phone number? And right away you're like, oh, I just got Phoenix Mendoza's phone number on accident. I don't even know.
Ha!
Anyway,
there you go.
There it is. That's how it works. Oh, what do you want me to take a picture of with my phone? I'll get you a number that way. Okay. Well,
Perfect.
I have so much I want to talk. Yeah, so much I want to talk to you about. So much. You are on my bucket list of people to interview. So this is one checking off for me. Thank you so much for making yourself available. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I want to talk about some projects you have going on. Start with, let's talk about some new music. You got some music out there?
I do. There's some music that's out there right now on all the music streaming applications, but I have a new one that I'm really excited about. Should be coming out in the next couple months. It's a 5-song EP called Luna, Side 2, named after my daughter. My first EP was called Jasper, Side 1, and it was named after my son, so I naturally had to name one after my daughter. And that's called Luna, Side 2, and it will be out probably at the end of July, maybe August. I have to discuss with management teams and all those people that are far better at promoting than I am.
Oh, my gosh. But where are you out of? Where do you live right now?
I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I've been here for 20 years, which is crazy because that means I moved here when I was like 7, right?
No. Right, when you were 7. But, yeah, a lot of people don't know. You know, we see your name. You do a lot of work, a lot of touring with Josh Leo. Am I right?
Yep, tour with Josh Leo. I used to be in a band called High South. I do some various productions and such on the other sides of things. I'm all over the darn place. I'm like a bad penny. I just keep showing up.
You do. You just keep showing up, and I love it when people say, "Oh, Josh Leo," or not Josh. They'll say Phoenix Mendoza and maybe Josh Leo or something. But a lot of times they'll tie you two together, and together you do work very well together. Your banter is fun. You're funny. I'm sure you're great alone too. But that was the only time I saw you was with him. You're doing a tour. You said some dates. Where you're going?
Yeah, we just finished up some European dates in January, which was fantastic. We did Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. And then I've just been doing a few solo shows around town. Since we're compiling a bunch of new material and new promotional material, music videos, all kinds of stuff. So this is kind of a gathering asset kind of year for us. So we're building up the new music and the new videos and all the new projects. So we're touring a little bit, nothing crazy, but we're really gearing up for next year. We're going to be doing probably 2 different European tours that we're excited about. And then there'll be a whole bunch of new music coming and all sorts of exciting things. And even we're actually going to head on down, I think, play with Mr. McDonald down there and somewhere in the islands or something. I don't know. It's in the beginning stages.
Yeah, I heard about that too, the 2026 destination event. And you're saying that's going to be end of September sometime?
That's what we're talking. John and I are talking about it extensively. Actually, I just saw him last week. I did a show down in Melbourne again. And we were rapping about it just a little bit, but we're planning maybe the last weekend, hopefully, and it's going to be a full-on destination situation. I got to be honest, if I went to the islands without my wife and kids, I'd probably not make it back alive. So I might extend my trip and have a little adventure.
getting in trouble in the islands. We're like all taking the pan and collecting to get money to get you back. Give so
bring him home. I mean, no, I'm lost. Don't worry about it. I'm stuck here on an island somewhere.
Yeah. Right. That is hilarious. So tell me something else. Okay, so I know. So when you do the solo projects, you're all about Nashville, and you're kind of out and about over there. When you're touring, is it mostly with Josh, or is it just other artists as well, or how does that work for you?
Well, it's about 50-50. So Josh and I started writing together. We were both signed over at Warner Brothers, and we were writing together about 20 years ago. And we did a lot of co-writing. We've done some co-productions together. We've been in multiple bands, and he's just one of my best friends. So what'll happen is, we'll go play a couple duo shows where it'll be Josh Leo, Phoenix Mendoza, then Phoenix Mendoza, Josh Leo, and then sometimes it's Phoenix Mendoza and Josh Leo plays guitar for me, and I play all my songs, and then sometimes I just play by myself. It kind of depends. It's a la carte situation, but it's
no, that's really good because I never knew how that worked.
Yeah, we are so in tune with each other. I mean, he could start playing one of his songs, and I can jump in on that so darn fast, and vice versa. So he'll call me up like we just did the Sing for Fing over last fall over at 3rd and Lindsley, and he called me up and said, hey, man, you want to come play guitar for me for a little bit? And we're like, yeah, why not? So I got to go hang out with Mishka and all the Coral Reefers and have a good time, and we just played his songs that night, and sometimes he'll come play my songs. We're just buddies that help each other out,
That's amazing. Because you just don't know. I mean, if you really vibe with somebody and you have a good time doing it, why wouldn't you want to enjoy, and have that backup person there? You only sound better, right? You make each other better.
Absolutely.
I think so, yeah. I mean, you were fabulous on your own as well, but I do enjoy the banter between you two. It's very funny, just in case you're...
Oh, we have a good time.
It's not just music. Listeners, it's not just music. It's like a whole banter of comedy as well. So the shows...
Well, he's never really gone out and sang his tunes before, and he's never really gone out and told stories. And I said, Leo, you got some great ones, man. And I, it's kind of what I did with my band High South is I just got a knack for making people come out of their shell, and it's probably because I don't take life too seriously.
Right.
And he's got so many great stories that just need to be heard, and he's really blossomed as a storyteller just in the few years we've been doing it. And now it's just funny. I mean, he tells the stories and he's got new ones every week, and it's absolutely fantastic. I just learned so much stuff.
Well, like I said, and it was almost 2 years ago when I saw you two together, and you were fabulous then. So I can only imagine how much more seasoned you all got to be together. So tell me one thing. This is one thing we were talking about the clouds and how you like to paint. You were talking about you have music with it. Tell me the music and the painting, how that all works together.
Yeah, so I've done oil paintings and done art most of my life. But shortly after the whole COVID situation, I got back into oil painting a lot. And what I noticed is that my songs and my paintings, they got a pretty interesting correlation. So I started this new project that I'm really excited about, and we're going to start going to galleries, and it's called Musical Journey on Canvas. And basically I talk about a place I've been, and then I show a painting of that place, and then I play the song that's associated with it, and usually I build a picture frame for it, and it's a really interactive whole experience, about an hour-long show that showcases my paintings and my songs all as a cohesive
I cannot wait.
story.
I want to see that. I want to see that not just because you haven't painted my cloud photo yet, but because I think that is something different and something very artistic, and I'm sure amazing. Now, if you're going to be doing, any kind of shows or any kind of thing, where can we find you on socials?
Yeah, so my website is also down from my website's down for maintenance right now. It's usually phoenixmendoza.com, but as I said, we're in the rebuilding stage of getting a whole bunch of assets together. So primarily, you'll find me on Instagram and Facebook. I'm pretty terrible at posting because I'm in the stage of creating a lot. But the new stuff
hard.
Will be out there.
It's like a hard thing, isn't it? Yeah, you need a second person to be posting.
Yeah, but then you got to pay them. It's a whole.
I know, and that I know. On my desk right now, it says make 3 posts on that. It's a whole other thing.
Yep.
But,
so my thing, I'm prolifically creating right now, and then probably starting towards summer and fall will be the put down the pen for a little bit and start pushing the buttons. Start advertising. So.
Amazing.
But you can find me all over the streaming networks, everywhere like that. So.
Yeah, so if we want to hear your music, same thing. You're all over streaming everything. And we're going to get to play a song here at the end of this interview that's getting ready to be released. Am I right?
Yes, that is absolutely correct. It's a new song, actually. I'm very excited about it.
Okay. So before we play the song, I was wondering, I like to do this thing on my show called The Big Three. I ask 3 questions, and you answer them any way you want. Are you willing to play?
I am ready, willing, and able.
Okay. Well, no one's been that excited about my game show before, but okay. Okay, here's how it's going to go. First question, you answer any way you want. Tell us something we don't know about you. Something, just different. Something, it could be from the 5th grade. I don't know, just something we don't know.
Well, step one, I'm standing outside and there's an airplane flying over, so I hope you can hear that.
No, I didn't actually hear it. Well, okay, that's good.
Well, there you go. I'm clearly in someone's flight path. I guess something that a lot of people probably don't know about me is that I am a finished carpenter. So I build the picture frames for all my paintings, but I also, on the weekdays, I need to make some cash. I go and I actually build cabinetry and counters and custom benches and all sorts of fun woodworking stuff with hardwood. It's an absolute joy of mine.
That's amazing because, that's really not only are you a musician and a writer and a painter, so you have all that, the right side of the brain going on, but you also, that's very attractive to your wife, I'm sure, that you can fix things and build things. Sure.
Well,
it would be fun.
We've been together long enough that it's kind of taken for granted, but don't tell her I said that.
I won't. Let's move on to question 2 before we get in trouble. Question number 2. What is the most used app on your phone?
That absolutely, without a doubt, has to be Spotify. I am a huge ingester of music. I absolutely love it. And I'm in all types of music. And my favorite thing to do is when I hear a great song, I click into the app and click radio of that particular song and just go down rabbit holes and discover new music all the time.
You know what? That is so funny you say that because I'll hear something and I'll know it, but I want to know. I'll constantly do it. So like, who's singing this? As if I don't know because I know the voice, and I'll Shazam it or something, and I'll screenshot it. I'll go through my phone and my son will say, "Why do you have all these songs that you already know screenshotted?" Like, probably because I wasn't sure the artist at the moment and I wanted to not forget, but I too. I'm musical in my house all the time, nonstop.
Oh, yeah. And then I usually write them down on a list, and then that list I keep for my vinyl collection, so then I go out looking for it, because I have to have it on vinyl as well. So
very cool. Okay, that's something we didn't know about you right there. Okay.
Oh, you got 2 for 1.
I know. Okay, last question. My favorite of all. In your phone and in your opinion, who's the most famous person's phone number you have?
And it can't be Renee Adams?
No, well, it could be, but I don't think I'm the winner.
You know what? I was, golly. Off the top of my head, it's probably one of my best friends in the world. I was in his wedding, and he's just a great human being. He's an actor by the name of Chris Carmack. He's currently on the TV show Grey's Anatomy. He plays Link or something like that. I don't know. I've known him for years. I actually produced his album with him and toured with him a little bit, but just one of the best human beings in the world. I'd say he's probably the most famous just because anytime I'm walking with him, I have to just take pictures of him and fans all day, and it's kind of funny because the first thing I do is turn the screen around and take a picture of myself just so I can make it in there.
Just to prove you were there.
Just to screw with him a little bit.
Right. Picture of me, I was here with you. Isn't it funny though? It just depends on who it is though too, if you think about it. Like I remember when it was COVID when I first started radio, and then when I came, everybody was going back out and about and meeting people. People were just so excited to meet me because they had never seen me, and I had never been anywhere because I came on at the beginning of COVID, and so. Wow. But it was like my kid goes, "What? Why do these people care about you?" And I was. It's just a different whoever you think, in your opinion, who you think is famous. And if you think your friend is the most famous person, because a lot of attention, you just never know. I have another friend. Yep. He was on Step by Step, Boy Meets World. He's real short. His name's Jason Marsden. So being real short, people right away, and he wears like pajama pants everywhere. It's weird. But he gets noticed all the time. You feel like a fly. You're like, wow, okay, we'll wait till you're done. Okay,
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I really do because he can't. I remember because he was on a TV show in Nashville as well, my buddy Chris. And during that whole time, they were living in Nashville, and we would be out just having lunch, and people would say, "I don't mean to interrupt." And he's like, "Really?" I remember one time he got at it. He's like, "Really? I have a chicken wing in my mouth."
Oh.
You don't mean to interrupt. But people, and it seems to happen with actors a lot more, as you can probably attest. It's people just think they get to walk up and talk to them just because they recognize them. And you're just like, oh boy, that's a heck of a price to pay.
And it got worse. And I mean, I know we're a little straying off the subject here, but it got a little worse when social media came about, because here I am.
Yes.
Look, I happen to be sitting in the restaurant with, Reba, and I'm going to take a picture with her and bother her just so I can put it on my social media to show people that I was with. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's an adventure. Probably I don't post all that much. Not that anyone would recognize me or care.
Those are great answers, and you don't win anything, in case you thought maybe you were going away with a consolation or any kind of prize. Not on this budget show.
I won a conversation with you. It's okay.
You were so funny. Well, you didn't have to come to my car and sign again, but maybe next. I was just looking at all my signatures yesterday, and we were talking about my boyfriend goes, "Are you ever going to get a new car?" And I go, "I don't know. This one's doing okay. And look how hard I worked to get all these people to sign." So, it's not going anywhere soon. So there's that. All right, I want to play your new song, and I want you to introduce it, and we'll wrap up this interview. And I thank you so much for all the time you just spent with me today. Again, I'm excited that I got to check this one off my bucket list. I cannot wait to see you perform one more time, and I'll be looking on your socials for all of that. I, too, will post where you can find Phoenix's music and, find him, his address. I'm just kidding.
Well, perfect, yes.
Yeah, right. So the name of the song, and tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, the name of the song is called Tomorrow's Another Night, and I wrote it with a really good friend of mine named Mark Carson. He's out of New Orleans. He's a great artist and singer as well. And it stems from a little trip the High South Boys and I took down to the Keys, and I was coming up, and we were looking to have a nightcap. We were up by mile marker 27 near Boondocks, and we ended up going to this seedy little joint called Coconuts. And, oh boy, is that a salty joint. And we were in there, and the owner/operator, she was a wonderful lady, and she was this tiny little thing with this gorgeous tobacco-stained white hair and a voice that sounded like she'd been smoking Lucky Strike non-filter since she was 12. And anytime she would kick out a big old 300-pound guy or, someone who's causing a problem, she would just bark, "That's it, tomorrow's another night." And I just knew I needed to write that. So that's how it came about.
That's funny. Well, that's amazing. All right, so go ahead and introduce your song, please.
All right. Well, this is Tomorrow's Another Night, and it's by yours truly, Phoenix Mendoza, and it's kind of just about the perspective from a bartender telling a man, hey, sometimes a pretty girl just wants to come in the bar, have a cold beer, and that's okay. And I hope you guys dig it.
All right. Thank you, Phoenix, so much for being on this call with me this morning. And here it is, right here, brand new from Phoenix Mendoza on Radio Trop Rock.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.